And here I am, crawling back to CriticalMeds Red Alert. I knew I couldn't get away from you. Good evening, everyone. Hello, I'm here back here. Welcome back to another CriticalMeds Red Alert Remastered match. Today I'm breaking up the monotony of 1v1 matches which you usually find on this channel with a 2v2. We got the mage here, starting as the allies. Don't ask what nation they were, I already forgot. I'll write it down in the description once I get round to it. Francois, playing as the commies. And WB, also playing as the commies. And what's this? Another Soviet. Yeah. Welcome to a 2v2 match. Been a while since we've seen one of those if you're not subscribed to my Twitch. Let's see what happens here. The mage doesn't have that much of an eco, he has to expand close to around here like the others. I'm not sure why he didn't just move his MCV all the way over here, but you do you, buddy. And we're going to see Francois pretty much doing the same thing. Don't think he knows this map, as we can tell he's already plopped his refinery as far away from his economy as is possible, I suppose. Meanwhile, WB knows about it, and so does EZ-Peasy. So at least very little learned. But now the mage just put this down, and he's going to have to. His ore miners just had to go round here, then up here, then doing this weird zigzagging thing, where it's now just like weaving around. It looks like the mage and Francois might be doing an early rush. It all depends on how well they coordinate. And I think they can, and I think they will. So, how's it going? Enjoying Thursday? Looking forward to the end of the week? Because you know what? I am. WB is pulling back. I think you can see the other units. It's making them closer to home ground. He might have a defender's advantage here. He just has to fire that B2 rocket once and it'll pretty much obliterate these units here. And he knows it. You can see, oh, and he targets the vehicles instead of utilizing that, but he's doing alright. He's crushing the infantry. This is where his defender's advantage is starting to kick in. He's gonna survive this. Might be barely, but he's gonna do it. That being said, Major Francois are doing a great job of putting tremendous amounts of pressure on these guys. But he lost his war factory and his heavy tank. That's it. It's not even been 4 minutes, guys, and WB is already close to tapping out. What a match. You can see he's not building much either. Can you see that? He's not building any structures or any units. I think he's tapped out. I think he's either chatting with the other players, and he's just basically throwing his hands up and saying, you know what, guys? I think I've done it. I'm done. That early rush by Major Francois was just what they needed to do to set the game. He's starting to spend money now at a tremendous rate, but I fear that it might be too late because he's not preparing that construction yard. He's sold it. He's not tapped out. He still has that one power plant. This is going to be a bit embarrassing. Because now that the heap has arrived, I think maybe now WB might be having a bit of egg on his face. Because now the only units he has left is his power plant. It's a token. Oh, hush my words, he's GG'd. That's the end of the NWB. Well played, sir. You tried, but you just didn't have the upper edge. It's just a case of rotten luck, I'd say. You're pushed right away, and despite the early eco advantage, you just didn't have enough units to really counter, and I think what did it was you had that V2 rocket, which didn't hit the infantry, but instead hit the tanks, and having those few extra infantry to wear down that tank armor. But what else can I say, man? That was a painful mistake, and you learned. Big time. Still, GG. I thought you had a legitimate chance there, but we'll see for next time, eh? Now we're down to a 2v1. The mage, he's got a war factory up, but he's gonna want to start building closer to get to this refinery. Same as Francois, actually. He has got a refinery here, but he might as well sell this one off just for that little bit of extra money. He's broke right now. And him sending that ore miner back here is not as good as just sending it back here and then just having just that stretch of space. Anyway, let's get to the action. Heap is broke, but he has got a bit more income. That being said, with just the one refinery, that's only going to do him some good. But ironically enough, his ore miners are doing a great job just disrupting them. But he should be moving. Oh. But look at that. Now he has just a little bit more of a chance. He might try and maneuver south and take care of his ore miners. At least that's what I would do personally. But instead, he's just lost pretty much all of his attackers just in one go. I didn't see any vehicles either. So that could have gone better in my opinion. Francois, yeah, he's harassing one of the ore miners, just for one heavy tank. We can see here. Oh, pardon me. He's sending some paratroopers now down south, but I think there could be better places to put them because he knows about them. Oh, I see. He's reinforcing his base. Whenever we're flexible, usually you use them for offensive measures, for distractions, that sort of thing. But this is where we see what I'm talking about with the eco thing. See, he's got a refinery up here, and you can technically get another one put around here too. But you need to do the same thing with these two guys as well, otherwise they're not going to get the eco to really catch up. On the other hand, they're not paying much attention to the fact that there's a heavy tank, and he's lost a harvester because of it. He's reacted, but it's too late. Now Francois is pulling his units back. The damage has been done. He's cut EZ-Peasy's economy by a third at this rate. So now they're pulling back, and now we're going to see EZ-Peasy keeping those units there. He likely won't pull them away unless another attack comes from the north. Either way, he doesn't have nearly enough units to support any sort of defense against two players right now. He needs to focus on booming his economy and even maybe making the use of all this eco up here. We've got this nice plump ore field. If you have if you're willing enough, if you have the balls to get it up there, then that's a bit of extra eco that might even protect one of your miners. But Francois coming back for round 2 now, and he's backed up not just with another heavy tank this time, but also got some medium tanks coming in. Really just coordinate to get rid of those. The V2's down. It's just a matter of taking that down, and he'll have uncontested control over this ore field. And that's exactly what's happening here. His ore miners are in a very terrible state, and they're still auto mining. He's going up north, but that's not going to help him either way. He's building some new ore miners. He's still got 2 up there, and he is going to do what I think he's going to do and send them up north. But that one rocket soldier up there has just been a pain to be in the backside. He's broke. Look at that income. These guys, maybe they don't have as good of an economy as they did, but they've still got some semblance of money trickling in. But we're not seeing any of that from EZ-Peasy. He's lost most of his income, and now he has to harvest from this area, meaning that he has to wait twice as long to get his income. This is a perfect spot right now for Francois, and he just has to attack now, and he might win the game. They may just test him for water right now by attacking a flame tower. EZ-Peasy taking a few seconds to retaliate. And now we're seeing Francois doing some backup. This is where the action comes in, guys. This is where it starts to get fun. And that is the last heavy tank that EZ-Peasy had. Now, LeMaitre and Francois just have to push the fight. They just have to keep pushing, and they'll have it. Game speeds up for us. And there we go. EZ-Peasy starts to tap out. And we have a GG. He hasn't GG'd actually, I'll take that back. He hasn't got another base left. So I think he's going to be stubborn, and I really hope this doesn't turn into a case of him having to search. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. If they had a radar dome, which they do, they can see that, they can see the ping. And he's moving around, can you see that? He's going for LeMaitre's base. I think it's one last shot of glory. At least I hope that's what it is. But it loses one of his troops to an ore miner already. But Francois is quick on the uptake already. Takes care of a number advantage and wipes those paratroopers out. It's all down to this one ore miner. But I think he knows about this. GG. I think EZ-Peasy, he was a bit salty there. I think he was just trying a little bit salty, and he was just like, no, I don't want to say GG. I want to stay in the fight and do nothing. So I think that's what's happened here. I think he had more than enough chances to really make the most of his eco, and he let LeMaitre and Francois build up, and that's where things went wrong for him. All in all, that was an okay match, I think. What do you think? Do you guys think it was an okay match? Guess I'll find out in the comments later on. But have a good one. Have a great evening, afternoon or morning, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you next time.